jumped in another car. Boys, hello. And we're heading off to UNESCO site that I've wanted to see for a long time. I'll tell you about it in a second. All right, we'll just come through the fields to this place here, and what they've done is the government has covered everything in canvas. That's why not much is growing here except a bit of grass to protect it. So the site has been covered up, but we're going to go somewhere else, and then I'll tell you a bit more about what the site is.
So everything is enjoyed here. We can't see anything there. And
all right, well, this isn't as easy as I thought. So this is a World UNESCO Heritage Site, so it's the same as the Grand Canyon, the Great Barrier Reef. That sort of scale of importance to the whole world. These little plants, or those red plants there, which they do around all the fields, that designates an official no-go zone, like a fence, rather than putting fences up, which is great. They put these plants up. The government apparently came in here, covered the whole area up with canvas, and then things are grown on top, and said you can't go in there, hence why they fenced it off. But fencing here just means putting plants around it. And the guy that was in charge of it apparently died recently, and they're in mourning about it at the moment. I'm just going to check a little bit further around here because, you know, I just want to make sure I can see the buildings. This is a huge thing in the world. Yeah. So we've come here to where the center is, where they've got all the displays. It does look like there's been, as I said, the guy who's been looking after this has passed away, unfortunately. It's all a bit closed up. And where we went to, it's all covered, because in 1970, around 77, this is when they made the initial discoveries. It was discovered because the Australians wanted to grow tea and coffee plantations about 1,500 meters above sea level here. And so they bought a large tract of land that then as they excavated that land and washed it through, they found all these this debris, and they went, hold on, we found something big here, stone axes and wooden bits and pieces. And so the archaeological team in Australia then came up, and they were able to give permission to buy a sector of land, and that's what they excavated. And from that, they found one of the earliest forms of agriculture in the entire world. They found ditches, they found plants, they found life of settlements, those sort of things, and it becomes it's the reason it's a UNESCO site is because it's becomes a definitive stage of evolution of agriculture here. Between 7,000 and 10,000 years is what they expect it's been continuously farmed in this area. So amazing history, and kind of like, compared to the Great Barrier Reef and Grand Canyon and Uluru and all these other areas, it's kind of a bit understated, but that's what it is. So I'm with Henry. Henry is the son of, your father helped with the original dig. Yes. And when the dig was finished and completed, you said that area was wrapped up, but then your father, what did he do? He preserved it.
Preserved it, yes.
Yeah, he told people you can't plant.
Yes.
And keep this as a sacred area, or an area is good for the whole nation.
That's what he advised. He sought from the scientists,
yeah.
Archaeological scientists. So what he did was he kept those books for the scientists, and then he managed to preserve the land all this time. Then passed on the information to the children and like myself. So
yeah, and then the children. Then when he passed away 20 years ago, he handed it on to you, and you've been preserving it.
Yes.
And slowly through contributions, you've been able to build this amazing visitor centre, which is great. Still can't afford a road, and so it's just a path in here. An amazing bit of history of Papua New Guinea, and you know, surprising the Papua New Guinea government doesn't put a lot more money into this. And the World Heritage Organisation doesn't as well. It relies on charity work and your good work to protect that area so you don't use the farming area. Amazing. So thank you, Henry, on behalf of all the people that will come here, you and your family, for preserving it.
Thank you.
Thanks. Hey guys, want to be on a video?
Also.
Woohoo!